welcome to my views on news. Two news stories. First one is about a warning from Ethiopian PM Abiy to Amhara leaders. Amhara Prosperity Party leaders, not opposition groups operating in the Amhara region of Ethiopia. Secondly, viewers, a very disturbing video is being shared. Reportedly, the video is from Gambela region of Ethiopia. Extrajudicial killing is being filmed. Security forces are behaving like animals. What is happening? Details for you. Firstly, viewers, yesterday I reported that PM Abiy had convened a special emergency meeting of the party, Prosperity Party. Executive committee of the party met reportedly. Central committee will meet too. How long will the meeting continue? That remains to be seen. Reportedly, executive committee meeting was chaired by the Prime Minister, PM Abiy, who is disturbed due to a conflict within the party. He made it clear. We got this information through some people who are confirming that PM Abiy sent a strong message to Amhara leaders of the Prosperity Party. He said, country is in trouble, but some are taking positions which are not helping the country in crisis. Rather, the positions are for self-interest. Isolated, arrogant positions are not helping the party, are not helping the government. Now, why did PM Abiy send this message? It's clear, very clear. I think when Pretoria Agreement was signed in November, if you remember, immediately after that I predicted that a new phase of political wrangling was going to start in Ethiopia between two top ethnic groups, Oromos and Amharas. Back then, people criticized. They said, Sajid, you don't know Ethiopian politics. You just keep on fueling conflicts. I don't fuel conflicts. I predict conflicts based on my understanding of the situation. Yes, I make mistakes, but I correct myself. And everyone who has been following Ethiopian politics in the last few years knows that this conflict was going to happen, and it is happening. Why? Because obviously there is no democratic, transparent distribution of power in Ethiopia. That is why. If all regions, all institutions know their boundaries, their authorities, their restriction on them, there will be no conflict. Problem is that there is no transparent, equal, fair distribution of power within the country, between regions and the government, and between institutions. That is why. Now, keeping this debate aside, PM Abiy warned Amhara political elite because he is disturbed. He is seeing this conflict as a threat to his government, which it is. Because this rivalry for political dominance between Amhara and Oromo groups of the Prosperity Party is manifesting itself in different forms. Orthodox church divisions definitely have ethnic color too. Amhara, Oromo rivalry. And the church went to the extent of challenging the government. Oromia splinter group was accusing Holy Synod of being dominated by one ethnic group, Amharas. Then Majlis issue. we saw that Ibrahim Tofa was removed. Amhara regional government started backing Haji Umar Idris. We saw a massive demonstration in Cambodia. They are fighting over religious authority, fighting over border, fighting over resources, fighting over lots of issues. And Amhara diaspora has become very active against the government. So PM Abiy is now facing pressure not only internally but externally as well, especially in the US. We know that an effort was being made to start some sort of movement against the government by Amhara diaspora. This diaspora obviously is in a position to have impact on Ethiopian government through blocking aids, grants, loans to government, through blocking investment from Amhara people in Ethiopia. This anti-government sentiment, anti-government movement in Amhara diaspora is hurting the government, I personally believe. So not only is this a message from PM Abiy for Amhara leaders in Ethiopia, but it's a message for Amhara diaspora as well. PM Abiy wants Amhara leaders in Ethiopia to talk to Amhara diaspora as well, that what they are doing is hurting the government. And he sent a message to Oromos as well. But Oromo diaspora is not active against the PM. Oromo diaspora is not trying to block funding for the government. Amhara diaspora is trying to stop all financial aid for Ethiopian government. That is why he sent a strong message to Amhara leadership. Meeting is continuing. Reportedly today they are meeting in Adama. We'll try to update you after the meeting concludes. Then we'll be able to give you more information. So far, it's clear that the Prime Minister is not comfortable. He knows that if this conflict between Amhara or Oromo groups goes on, he would be in hot waters. Secondly, viewers, extrajudicial killings in Ethiopia at the hands of security forces is not something new. I have been covering Ethiopia for more than 2 years now. I have shared several news stories. I have done several videos on extrajudicial killings in different parts of Ethiopia, in Oromia, in Biji, in Tigray. We have seen these incidents. Security forces kill people in broad daylight. They're not held accountable. They believe perhaps that this is the way to enforce rule of law through force, terrorize people. But if this is the solution to if this is the right way to enforce rule of law, then so far there should have been rule of law in Ethiopia. But we keep on seeing that conflicts are continuing. Conflicts are ending through talks, not through extrajudicial killings, through use of force. A video is being shared from Gambela. The video shows members of Gambela Special Force. They can be seen killing people in broad daylight, hitting them ruthlessly with sticks, with stones, and people who are being hit are alive. But some can be seen who already died while the soldiers were attacking them. Video is not from some building, from some indoor area. No, it's from a public place, it seems. People can be seen moving around as well. And who are the victims? Mostly it is being reported that the killed people are Oromos. Some say members of OLA. Don't know. In Gambela, Oromos are minority. Amharas are minority too. Nyor are in majority there, and Aniok. Two groups are in majority. Mainly, Nyors are in majority in Gambela city too. Oromos around 10%, I think. Amharas around 10%, and Tigrayans too. They are in minority there. And we know that a few months ago, Gambela Liberation Front fighters and Oromo Liberation Army fighters, they launched a joint attack on Gambela city. For around a day, they remained in the city. They attacked banks, they attacked government ammunition houses, they attacked security forces. Several were killed, security force members. They robbed banks too, reportedly. Then OLA and Gambela Liberation Front fighters withdrew from Gambela city. And immediately after that, we saw similar videos showing Gambela security forces attacking, killing Oromo civilians living in Gambela city, accusing them of supporting Oromo Liberation Army fighters. Nothing was investigated back then, I remember. Once again, we're starting to see similar videos. We don't know if the videos are new or old. We don't know who are the victims. But it's the responsibility of the government to investigate. Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia, of Daniel Bakele, Human Rights Council of Ethiopia, they issue statements. They want the government, they urge the government to take action, but nothing happens. That is why these extrajudicial killings at the hands of security forces will continue. Because they know that they believe that this is the only way to enforce rule of law in Ethiopia, which isn't, by the way. This solution has not worked so far. And as I reported 2 days ago, that Gambela regional government is talking to Gambela Liberation Front fighters in South Sudan. If Gambela government can talk to Gambela fighters in South Sudan and it is ready to make these fighters part of Gambela forces, why can't it talk to Oromos living in Gambela or members of Oromo Liberation Army? I think such incidents should be condemned, investigation should be launched. Let's see what happens.